Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the vibe is back. Inside the art, on your way, on your screens, on your AirPods. We're outside, your favorite podcast in the city. My name is Diamond Promo. We are here with the one and only Wale West of Toronto. Wale West, make some noise.
Boom. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. What's up, Toronto? It's your boy Wale West, and you already know, man. I'm hanging out with Diamond, and I'm with my G here, Moses.
Yes. This is inside
Doing
the
it
art.
for the city, man.
Yes.
Inside the art.
Yes, inside the art. Moses Wagwan, we're back again.
We're back
Another Wahala.
with more trouble.
Yes, more trouble.
Less wahala, I beg.
One trouble, Wale West. Wale West, you're looking very sharp, man.
Yes, boss. You know, man, we gotta keep it like that.
Yes, very, very sharp. And I like the correlation, you know, artist vibe. I like the way you move in the city, to be honest. You know, you keep your calm, you put things out at the right time. Talking about right time, just before I even ask you to introduce yourself to those who don't know you, please. I want to start this podcast in a different way. I always ask what's coming up at the end of the podcast, but right now I know there's something cooking. The fire is literally catching. Understand? Please. Update.
Yes, y'all guys. I'm dropping Toronto to Lagos. You know, it was inspired by the trip. I actually went to Lagos, and we got to Lagos, and we see how Lagos they go. We see how Toronto they go, and we see the collabo. It go make sense that we came up with Toronto to Lagos. Lagos. So that's the new vibe for the city. Yes. I'm putting this out for the city. So sure, you know.
When does it drop?
Friday. 23rd of February, you already know.
Friday, 23rd February, Toronto to Lagos. Okay, let me get over to my man Moses.
Sir.
Moses, what's up, man?
Nothing much, man. We're here hanging out with Wale West. Straight out of Lagos to Toronto.
Yes.
I can still smell some bushmeat here. What?
Yes.
Yes. Agbalumo. People, they don't like bushmeat. It's Agbalumo. Any Niger that you see, Agbalumo. That's what they're looking
what is
for.
that?
What's Agbalumo?
It's like a cherry type of stuff. You have like 2 seeds or 3 seeds or 4 seeds, kind of, you know. And it's kind of sweet, right? But like most Nigerian people, they like it because it's like those type of things that you don't really get that much when you're a child, right? So like if Agbalumo drop like this, everybody. So when I came for Nigeria, I was an Agbalumo distributor.
You brought it in bags.
I brought it in bags. Like, okay, make I just, you know.
Airport security didn't ask you low.
Or you didn't pay tax for it.
You know now, we will not go declare that. I won't declare that, Joe, so don't go to declare, man.
Yeah, so Mr. Wale West, making waves. Yes, you talk about your trip to Niger. You know, just before we got on here, you know, there was so much that we're talking about. So much went down in Moses. How do you call it? D square.
D square. 30 December.
30 December. Yes. So what made you go to Nigeria in December? What was the reason for going there, and what happened? What was that like?
I mean, like the whole like December trip was like, it wasn't like something that I was gonna like, I want to go to Nigeria, but my family friend, like an uncle to me, was having a wedding, so it was like, okay, Wale, I want you to be one of the best, man. So I was like, this one hard to, you know, like you guys don't say Canada. They just do this to us. Canada. Got the Canada. So, you know, I was like, you know what? I felt like it's something like I should do, because previously when I went to Nigeria, 2023, it was like around is it January? I was robbed. Like I just come from airport. Make I go, Mr. Beast.
They rob you.
They robbed me for Nigeria. That was like the first time. So coming to Nigeria,
they rob you clean,
bro. Like it be like film trick. Like, you know, like every time when I think about it, I'm like, what? I got robbed in Nigeria, like of all places.
You are home.
Time, you know, that kind of thing. And the funny thing is that those motherfuckers set me up.
Whoa! So people that knew that you were coming,
So like it's like how I would describe it is like, you know, like that was like around January. I said, okay, make I come Nigeria,
Yeah.
So I got in the plane, and in the plane, I met some Nigeria people. I was even talking that, Nigeria is not civil. You guys should be careful.
You're the one who was
Careful.
giving them
You're the one
advice.
giving advice. They preach for plane.
Preach for plane, though, so...
God, they hear you,
something
they
led to
close.
Another thing, we checked out of the airport. Everything was cool, actually. So my dad came, my brother came, and one of my uncle that stays in our place came. So we're just going home, and I was like, I'm hungry. Let me just stop at, Chicken Republic.
Yeah.
Eat something. And, I got there. Everything was looking normal because it was like an open area. And before I knew it, the guy that was cleaning got into the washroom, and from there he was making call because I tried to enter the washroom, but someone
was blocking.
And it didn't even reach 2 minutes. These guys just entered the restaurant, and I thought it was the police because I saw AK. I was like, wow.
They were strapped heavy.
Immediately, the guy just saw because I got the cross bag. I just they come from Canada. I just make I dress nice now. They come across back from my
Let's start with that.
They first slap me, say, brother, you did Niger.
Welcome home.
Welcome home. I said, like that one. At that moment, I just knew that, bro, I was getting robbed. So I just kept calm. I was like, they can go to the...
Did they have weapons?
They do have weapons. I saw AK and I saw a pistol. So who knows which one have bullets?
Kalashnikov.
Bro, I was like, you know what? Make I just mellow. So at that point, they took my wallet, they took everything, and they took my bag. My bag had my passport, which is my Canadian passport. Damn. So it was bro, and at that moment, all the people at the restaurant, now the cashier, everybody disappeared, bro.
Gone.
I got shocked, say, how did you guys disappear in the space of seconds or minutes? That just robbed us. That means you guys...
They were in on it.
Everybody gets in a cut.
So at that moment, Nigeria police ain't going to do nothing. So we just did what we got to do. And
so you pick up yourself and go home.
Bro, it was like
nothing happened.
What do you want to do at that point?
Hey.
And the funny thing is, some guys, they were at that area at that moment.
Yeah.
Those guys, they just carried their gun. They robbed them. They took their car and they drove off. So, what are we going to do? You don't have a gun. If they say you get gun, you go say... So even if you pursue them, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
So that was my experience coming to Nigeria this time. So this time I was not too gingered. I was like...
You went like a common guy.
So this is something that happened the first time. So that was...
Exactly. So it happened January of 2023.
Yeah.
And I had to go to Nigeria December of 2023. So it was like... that kind of thing.
PTSD.
But for you never learn lesson. They rob you first time and you still they go back.
That's what a lot of people would say. But I was like, Nigeria is my home. No matter what happens, good things happen and bad things also happen. So we had to take the good and life goes.
You didn't even spend one night. You didn't even reach home.
That's what we see more.
Hey.
So after that, what happened when you got robbed? You just picked yourself, went back home, called your dad, say that it all happened.
It was my dad was actually there, so it was like he saw everything, and we're just thankful for life that
nothing bad
happened.
You still had your body intact.
We only lost phone, we lost money, we lost passport, but we didn't lose life, and that's the major thing. And I got back, I started making music like nothing happened, and came back to Nigeria. That's when I made Shirikiri, and that was one of my next track too, and we just the vibe ever since then. So a vibe, man.
So you mentioned that you did the track Toronto to, should I say Toronto?
Toronto to Lagos.
Should I say Toronto? Because I remember
Toronto.
You were teaching
Toronto.
You gathered the whole of Nigeria government.
Bring them.
I was trying to educate
Nursery school.
I would pronounce it Toronto. Nobody say Toronto because Nigerians will be like Toronto. They go Toronto. So it's Toronto.
Yeah. So
Toronto.
So you mentioned that you kind of had that inspiration when you got together with one of your old time friends.
Yes.
What was it like when you met this friend? And by the way, just for context, how long ago did you leave Nigeria?
So I actually left Nigeria April of 2014. So it's probably like it's 10 years now that I left Nigeria.
And then you went in January 2023, and then again in
December. So I actually, the first time I went to Nigeria after I came to Canada was 2018.
Okay.
I came like briefly just to chill. Then after then, I think was the 2023 that I came.
Okay. And so when you met up with this, you said it was like a high school friend, somebody that you guys did music.
Yeah. So
is it good to, just before you even get into how the whole music thing started, but is it good? Does it feel when you link up with your guys from back home again, coming from Canada? How's the vibe like?
I mean, like it's like when you leave Africa and you've been here for so long, going back home, you get to appreciate like more like shit, man. See life here, life for Africa, and coming back home for them seeing me, it's like this guy is like he's a big guy now. He's not
in Canada now.
And me, when I was in high school and everything, I was that kind of low key guy. I was shy and like it was like, this guy know the vibe, But now they see me, Wale
and some of them don't even believe.
They don't believe, Sometimes even me self, sometimes I don't believe. Like, I'm thankful for the growth. Like,
better believe the hype, believe it.
Don't believe
in Fussy hype boys, believe the hype.
Believe the hype.
Yes, so. No, but I feel you. I feel you. Like sometimes, back home, there's so many things that happens in high school that people, sometimes just the environment. There are some people that just I don't know. Did you go to like a boarding school?
So I went to like a military school. So it was like a boarding school for girls, but like day student with the guys. So I was like that kind of shy guy there.
Yeah. So it's hard for people to even recognize like who is this Wale West now?
Because before my name was Classic Swags.
So
when I came to Canada,
you changed it to Wale West.
So I was like, when I came to Canada, one of my boys' name is Tape X. He also works, like he does music too. So it was like, wow, like Wale West, like it kind of like sound like
a rhythm.
So I was like, okay, let me take that up and stuff like that. So that's how I like adopted Wale West. Before they call me Classic Swag.
Classic
Swag.
And then over time it changed to Wale West.
Yeah.
Yes, if you ask me, Moses, Classic Swag and Wale West, what you going for?
I'll go for Wale West.
I'll go for Wale West too.
Yeah.
Wahala. Wale West.
Don't know.
Yeah, man. But I'm curious, right? Like what, I was saying that we're going to really talk about this song that you're putting out and just to know more about it. But I'm kind of curious, how did you start doing music? Did you have some influence in your family? You were this shy guy, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, Wale West outside. What happened? Where did this?
You're like everyone else from church.
For me, it's been like I've always like wanted to like do music, but like it all like came together like 2009 when it was like a holiday then, and my boy, which is his name is Tape X, then he always do music. So he was always making beats, and it's like, Wale West, try to like, put your voice out and see how you go. So then I started rapping, and I was like, I'm doing well, I'm vibing, I'm doing it. So I always took it like, I didn't take it serious, to be honest. Like I was like, okay, I'm doing well, I'm vibing. Then I went to school and I saw that, like when they play beats and stuff like that, trying to vibe, I was vibing and doing stuff. So I was like, okay, you know what, this is something I would like to do. From there, I pick in like further interest. And
was there any influence? Do you play any instrument? Was there church involved? Did you have?
I mean, I would say my biggest influence was like more of like listening to like R&B songs back then, like the likes of Neo and. I would say I don't really even play instruments, funny enough, but I'm this kind of person that just like naturally feel the vibe. When I listen to a beat, when I do anything musical, it's like spiritual to me. It's like natural. I don't have to actually deep think. Once I listen to the beat and I can see
and you can just flow
in it.
So I feel like it's like a gift. So It's not something that I'm just, making up. It's like something that comes natural. So
Yeah, like somebody was explaining, talking about earlier that, music, although we say music is difficult, but someone was saying, music is actually very easy.
yeah,
If you just let it take over you,
just let it flow natural.
just let it flow naturally. So how do you come up with your lyrics? What do you talk about mainly in your songs? Let's you probably have a range of diverse messages, but let's talk about from Toronto to from Nigeria to from Lagos to Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto, Lagos.
Yes.
So Toronto, Lagos is like more like a vibe, like a party vibe, because right now, like, people are stressed. A lot of people want to dance.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
So
for
like
sure.
Toronto, Lagos is a vibe that, talks about like, a lady that wants to experience both Toronto and also Lagos. So it might not be sexually, it depends on the way you take it.
How
You might
it's
just be
subjective.
like, okay,
Just vibing.
you're vibing from Toronto to Lagos. But if you want to be like, okay, you chop on for Scarborough, you chop on for Ajax, you can't chop on for Lagos. It's allowed, but it's truly like a song that talks about like, the vibe of the two countries.
Yeah.
And, you're flying from Toronto and you get to Lagos and you still vibe for Lagos, you still vibe for Toronto. So it's like the culture of our Toronto here
Yeah.
included with the
The Lagos vibe.
Lagos vibe. And
So-
that was what makes it.
So what do you, given especially with your recent experience in Nigeria versus Toronto, how would you compare the entertainment industry and just the party scene?
I mean, if you tell me in terms of that, like I think for Toronto we're still upcoming
Yeah.
in terms of like our entertainment or in terms of the afrobeat community here
Yeah.
in Toronto, because like it's like we are still not getting like a lot of like credit, but we're still getting there because it's a gradual process.
Yeah.
But in Nigeria, the other hand, there are more established type of things they do, like festivals, because going to Lagos right now is like a whole party kind of vibe. Like you could just be there. till the
Something is going down.
But
know?
there's something that I'm really curious about Nigeria and Nigerian youth. You just came there and you can see how people are robbing people for money. People are broke. They are teenagers and young youth, jobless. You think
It's
about
crazy.
this. It's crazy. But when it comes to a show, these guys have money. When it comes to bottles, they are popping as zoos. They
Like
are
no man's
going-
business.
What is that about? I'm so confused.
I think we have to represent now. We got to represent now. As the giant of Africa, we got to pop giant bottles.
I'm so confused. Guys, young people, they don't have money and they there's jobs. But let me tell you something. To go to see somebody like Kiss Daniel,
Yeah.
or I don't even want to get into the Davido. You pay more than how much you pay when you convert to dollars here. You pay that much money.
You
in
pay
Nigeria.
more.
Yes.
Wow. Is it for a
Yes.
feature or what?
No, I'm just surprised why, it's because sometimes you think when these guys perform back home, it's probably like, if you convert it, probably like $10, $20. No. It's equally like almost $80, $90 that you pay
To
get
see someone like Kiss Daniel.
Yes, to see those, you pay the same amount.
And
that
the
you pay
show
for
will be
Davido.
packed.
It will be packed for
Like,
all
it's
the
like
jobless
global
youth.
kind of like
So where is the money
scene
coming
here
from?
now.
I
I mean, the youth will have money now, but like they have to prioritize on what they want to do, and entertainment is a big boss now. So,
So it's party before the trouble.
yes, so
that's the vibe, man.
a party before the trouble.
You
That's
party
right.
today, you
Say
figure out.
party and forget your waiting, your suru.
Party your sorrow away, no wahala.
Telling you, man.
Hey, you only live once.
You only live once. So, Wale West, how do you find your, just your music? How do you like doing music in Toronto? Do you think that? What is it? Yeah, I know. I know.
It's like-
I'm asking that. I'm like, damn, this is crazy.
Oh man. Doing music in Toronto is hard, bro. Like it's hard. Like it's like a city where like you just you just do it for the love of it, because like the support here is so tough to come by. Like it's not like because of someone is begging, oh, I beg support me, but like it's like they don't like upcoming artists here. Like they still don't give us that, like, that eye. They'll be like, more like this one upcoming, that kind of thing now.
Yeah. But do you consider yourself like an upcoming artist, or you consider yourself like an artist?
Right now, for me, I feel like I'm an artist. Like, come on, bro. Like, we've been doing this for a while right now. Like, but still, like, we still need that recognition. We still need to, do a lot of things to, like, cement that name in people's heart that, okay. So that's what we're working on. So trust me, Toronto, Lagos is the one track that is going to blow up the summer, and from this moment.
I believe that. I believe that. And how can people do to show you support for that track, and just generally?
I mean, just stream the track, follow me on my handles, Wale West, the link on the bio. Stream this song. Let's get it to what? Naija Top 100.
Let's get it to Naija Top 100. That's where a lot of DJs, a lot of people go and they pull out their tracks.
Exactly.
I'd love to see it there, man. But let's, it's a 20 minutes mark. Let's take a quick break. And then we're going to get back into the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Inside the Art. If you're listening to us for your first time, we have the one and only Wale West of Toronto in the building in our studio today. Going in crazy. February 23rd from Toronto to Lagos, drops on all platforms. You know how we do it. Go stream that SHIT. Go stream that shit. You know the vibe. Inside the Art, we're going to come back in just a couple of minutes. Peace. Welcome back to the show. Big up Prime Luminesque, giving us audiovisual excellence. Yes, behind the mic art, I call it, giving us, again, audiovisual efficiency. Yes, so, man, big up. We were just saying this, that, this is not a single man effort. This is a team effort. When there's anything missing in this whole process of, then everything can crumble. So we give big ups to the man behind the camera. Yeah. And of course to our special guest in the studio today, Wale West.
Yes, sir. You already know, man. West Way.
Yes, West Way. So we want to, before we even switching up, before I get into some personal stuff, actually, I'm kind of curious, man. Like, what does if you had a chance to do, like, you're in your head, what, like, an ideal date, you have to take a girl to somewhere where you're going to really set the mood. What does an ideal date look like for you?
For me, man, hey, I'm not too romantic like that.
Oh, just go straight to the point.
No. Okay. Because obviously, now, girls of these days, you can't go to which girl if you go straight to the point with right now. You guys do all the work.
You must pay your dues.
You have to know how to do the needful. So for me, an ideal date would be, me and this person. We're aligned. They talk, they respond me well. Don't be say I go to text and you're gonna be telling me like,
I'm busy.
Or you take forever. You are replying, and I'll plan like maybe like we could go to STK.
What's STK? What's STK?
That's where our Toronto, like, most of our Toronto girls go to.
Yes,
like,
STK.
Plan an STK date for this girl, and she goes there, she eat. Like, hopefully she's feeling you. Because if she's not feeling you, bro, you're wasting your money, bro. She go chop.
So you're the one who paid for the meal.
Yes.
But like, sometimes I feel like African men were like very generous, because like these white guys will never do that we do. Like, we just come and the girl go chop anyhow and she'll pay everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
A white guy go say, split this thing 50-50. You chop with you chop.
It's called going Dutch. We go Dutch.
But we African guys, we're generous. Shout out to the African men.
We don't agree for anybody.
But that's you alone. For me, I go Dutch. I go Dutch, bro. I go Dutch. Yes. Until I get what I want, then I can pay.
I know. I remember in the days I used to talk to this a Latina girl,
Despacito.
Nice.
Yes. Catalina.
Catalina.
we got a sandwich, something like that. And then I was trying to be, African guy, no grief with anybody vibe. And I was like, don't worry, I got you. She's like, you pay for your sandwich, I pay for my sandwich. Yeah, man. So that was also like when I just came to Canada, I started realizing that going out is a different vibe here. It's a different culture. Like
the actual Canadian girls, like most of them, they don't even want your money. Like they just want love. They want your attention, and But our African ladies, they have a different philosophy.
So love is
they want your money, but not your time.
No, love is very
no.
Love is very
most
structural.
African girls, they're not about money though. Like they are just about the lifestyle.
Yes,
a guy that will, put them in that lifestyle too.
Love is very structural.
Exactly.
It's very structural.
No, it's financial.
This guy just they put map of financial. No, I beg you, my Nigerian girls, they don't like money. They are like, they just like, good stuff. Once it's good stuffs, bro, they like it, bro.
I have a Niger girl. I would say the story the opposite. Oh.
No, be my magic. Go hear that one, boss.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, do you? I mean, damn. I don't want to go into dangerous affairs.
I beg you.
I don't want to go into dangerous affairs with Wale West now, but
No dangerous.
yeah. No, I'll keep it light. I'll
You
keep it light.
danger.
You're gonna come back to the podcast and then we'll hit you. Don't worry. but let's just bro. But like thinking about it, when you do, what would you say are some of the challenges that you face doing music? We've obviously talked about the lack or the inadequacy of support.
Yeah.
In Toronto. But on a personal basis, what are the things that you think that if they were present, your music and just your art would be going to places?
I mean, like for me, I feel like there's a lot of things, but for like let's just generalize like in the city, like for example, like in this city, like we need like a team, like we have to come together like artists. To be honest, like African artists, because like Afrobeat is a big brand right now, and if all the artists like that are doing Afrobeat in Toronto could come together and like, you know what, like this is what I have going, this is what you have going, and we could all like brainstorm and see like, okay, is this what we could be doing that we could tour like Toronto, Ottawa, Calgary, like Canada is actually big, but like everybody focus on just Toronto, like what I'm saying, right? Like what about other parts of Canada? But like apparently Toronto is the only diverse,
quote
part
unquote
of Canada. Like I guess that's why a lot of people come here. But like if you think about it, if we Afrobeat artists come together and like work on something, like like let's say everybody just come, we all do something together.
So you're saying there's an untapped market here still?
Yeah, like we can like break the market in Ontario, then we penetrate to Alberta, penetrate to other parts. Because like imagine if Justin Bieber is to do a show today, how much it is gonna be sold out like everywhere.
Yeah.
Buy the ticket. It doesn't matter like how much it is. But we Afrobeat artists, we could do that too. We could come together. A lot of people like different artists in our Afrobeat like industry today.
So what does come together mean?
Come together is like collaborate.
Okay.
Let's have like a that kind of like they say Afro Fest.
Yes.
Those kind of things. We are underground artists, right? We can have our own type of Afro Fest that we tour like cities in Toronto, Hamilton, all those cities in Ontario, and like just create awareness. Because like even if we're known in Toronto, it doesn't mean we're known all around Canada. Because like Canada big. So I want like us as artists to collaborate, and I feel like that's what's lacking in our like industry, because everybody feels like, oh, I'm doing my own thing. Doing our own thing.
We're not islands. We're not islands. We can't walk alone. We will never walk alone.
Yeah, we'll never walk alone. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Live up.
We come together.
We make this money. We blow up together.
Yeah.
That's it. I just want that for the Toronto music industry, for us independent artists. We just got to work together, support each other, show love. That's it. Because at the end of the day, we're all like trying to get to one goal, which is to what? Blow up.
Yeah.
Get famous.
You know what's stopping a Toronto Afrobeat artist to break through in terms of like big? What is stopping? I haven't, and I no disrespect, but there's no Toronto artist that has like gone like boom. What's stopping that?
I feel like what's stopping us is because like we don't have that love in the community, like as one, like there's no like love. Like imagine if one artist is breaking out right now, other people might be like hating, like, oh, why is this guy doing this? They might not want to support the artist. And that's one thing with Toronto, like it's a city that people are like fake, like the love is fake. Like sometimes they show you, but like,
Yeah.
But for we artists, the thing we need in order for us to break out is to come together. Like, we have to come together to get our voice heard. Like, the platform I might have, another person might have another one even bigger than my own platform. So imagine I collaborate with someone like that with my own platform.
And that's
my own platform, his own platform.
Shared audience.
Boom. We already know that way. So Toronto artists, we don't need to hide. Like, we need to come together. We need to work together. We need to do stuffs together because there's nobody up. Like you said, no Toronto artist or Afrobeat artist to date. I might be wrong as like being like all up. Like, come on, like they're still coming up regardless. So we need to come together. We need to love each other and just work together and. I'm doing this, you're doing this. We'll collaborate.
Yeah.
Boom, easy.
So what do you think? And I think collaboration is very important,
key,
right? And
The point was deep.
yeah,
Too deep.
That's deep, and I wonder how you as an artist, based on the fact that you're quite aware of this unity. How do you stay true to yourself? How do you continue just going and being consistent and working? Now you're dropping a new track, right? How do you just break out of that cycle of disunity and just continue being true to yourself and your art?
I mean, like, I feel like if you, in life, like everything is like a journey, like, like they say. So if you like set your mind to like, you want to do something and like, regardless of the situation, like sometimes they say don't let your situation limit you. So like instead of like just seeing the industry as it's kind of like weird, like if you look at the industry in Toronto or like our music here, like it's like one person is doing another person is doing, but there's no type of like connection or unity that okay, we're together, this is what we're doing to make ourselves better or like make the music industry as a whole better. The only thing that keeps me going is because I feel like, regardless of even if there's support or no support, it's still a new industry. Like, it's still fresh here. Like, the potential is still vast.
The market
so, like, like, imagine I'm just doing it now. Imagine 5 years from now, like, how big it could be.
Yeah.
So, like, I just look at the bigger picture and also feel like, even if the city does not support me, like Africa, Nigeria, other places, we also see my song and support me. But I'm not saying the city is not supporting
of course.
me. But I'm just saying like it's just like a thing for a lot of like underground artists. Like a lot of artists would feel it like, there's no shows or kind of like a way that okay, artists can perform every like Friday or something like that, open mic for we Afrobeat. And we have like a lot of clubs in Toronto, like, why can't they make a space to like, open that? It's gonna be like a business type of like venture at the point, because if you give those artists a platform, maybe using your club for example, and they gain ground, you can actually use them and you could tour with them, make money for both of you. But a lot of these people, they're not seeing it like that. But if you, for example, now if you have a show as an artist in Toronto, they don't treat you that like well, they just do whatever. So like those things not going to encourage you as an artist to actually go hard or do more. But if you want to do this, you have to actually stay true and like keep
be like consistent, be yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself. That's the key.
What are some personal practices that you do? Are you religious?
Oh yes, I'm a Christian. I'm spiritual.
believe in Jesus.
Yes, I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm Celestian, so I know you know.
Celestian?
Yeah, with the white garment.
Oh, you can wear that white garment like
Yeah,
the one
white-
brother Shogi wears with
Yeah.
that thing that looks like a
But I don't wear
kung
the
fu.
white yet, but I've not got into that state. But I do the
Oh,
white
okay.
garment. I'm a white garment.
And you,
Pray.
you come from that background, like your family.
Yeah.
How's your
yeah.
family like towards your music? Do you get support from
I
them?
mean, like, like my family, especially my father, my mother, they've been like one of my biggest supporter. Like, surprisingly, they've been like, while they do this, they even post my song, repost, Sometimes when I go on my TikTok, I see my mom commenting on my videos. I'm like, wow, So they're all
But
pushing.
was that the first response when you started doing music in
I
Canada?
mean, when I started doing music, they were shocked because they were like, because I'm a very low-key person when I was young. Like, I was very low-key. You can't know what I was doing. Even you see my face, they'll be like, this boy is so innocent. And even to date, a lot of people will see me now, looking at me, they'll think I'm like 19 or like 20.
Yes.
So you still get stopped at the club. Where's your ID?
Yeah, where's your ID?
At
Like,
the LCBO.
LCBO, where's your
When
ID?
they don't know, say man don't hold, but but it's kind of nice,
Yeah.
Forever young.
It's a
kind of vibe.
compliment.
Yes.
Yeah, so that it's been very, very good. Like my dad, my mom, my brother, everybody, they have been so supportive. So I'm like so thankful for my family. Like big shout out to them, man.
So if Wale West is not doing music, what is Wale West doing?
If Wale West is not doing music, Wale West is trying to make money. Business person.
Okay. You want to tell us any
I mean,
other adventures any other businesses that you might throw?
I've ventured into selling cars like before Naira crashed and Nigeria economy crashed.
Yeah.
We used to be the one to send cars to Nigeria to buy, to sell, buy car here in Canada, ship it to Nigeria. I get a lot of customers back then, but ever since the Naira crash, that died. But it was a very lucrative business because like I never knew like a lot of people who want cars like from Canada. Like they were like, I want car. You know, that kind of thing. I was like, demand was actually crazy during
Let
the
me
2020.
get into this. So let you get into this. All these people asking for cars.
Yeah, like they were just like, because I have a whole, like, if you go on Instagram, I have a page. It's called Toronto to Lagos. So that's what actually inspired the song as well.
We don't catch them. We don't catch them.
This guy, they don't get it. So the inspiration is like that long thing.
I see. Maybe please educate me with this whole Naira crashing. I'm aware of it somehow, but how bad is that?
I mean, it's pretty bad because, like, Nigeria, we as an African country, for example, the giant of Africa, we still import, like, a lot of things. So, and...
Not after the African National Cup. Not after AFCON, but go ahead. I'll keep that for another day.
With everything, like, a lot of people are blaming the current government right now, but, like, the previous government, they already destroyed a lot of things and just brought hardship to the country. Like, big, like, shout out to everybody in Nigeria right now facing the hardship because, like, it's really tough. Trust me. Like, a lot of people are hungry right now because, like, things are hard there. So I pray that we get something done, like, everything goes back to normal because, like, it's really crazy out there. There was, like, a protest, like, yesterday or so. Like,
damn, you.
And I saw a guy, it was a funny video, like the guy brought out his passport and his national ID and he's like, he's claiming asylum. He's saying, EU. Wow. I'm claiming asylum. I'm like, bro,
right
you're
there.
in Nigeria. Bro.
He's claiming asylum in Niger.
See.
Hey.
It's more like advertising himself.
That's a different level of PR.
Like I'm ready to leave anytime.
Different level of PR. Right on the news. They're hoping that government will see them on the news.
Yeah, so I just pray, get over that, man, because Africa is always like this, God. Save
it's Africa.
Man, like, for real.
Yeah. Wale West, as we wind down this episode, we're getting to the mark. Very, 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 very happy to have you here. Very
I'm
vibrant,
so happy too, man.
very vibrant guests giving us the gist. You'll be giving us gist even before we came on camera, and that's why we hope that you're going to come back on the podcast.
Yeah, definitely. We're family, man.
Yeah, and after this EP, after this track drops, we're looking forward to more. Please tell us about what else is coming. Give us a preview of maybe what the summer is looking like and so on.
I mean, this year right now, like we're dropping Toronto to Lagos, February 23rd, and you guys should make sure, the link is on my bio, Wale West on Instagram. You get it. So for this year, I'm looking into, diving into making my first EP, and it's gonna be a joint EP with my boy T Flawless, and we're gonna work on that. Shout out to T Flawless. So we're gonna work on that, and that one, it's gonna be something special for the city. All the years of all the things we have done in the past. We'll bring it back to life and come up with a masterpiece EP. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm saying the name here for the first time. The EP is gonna become the masterpiece. Masterpiece. If I don't hear him yet, this is the first place I'm saying it.
The first place you heard it here first on Inside the Art. The masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
Yes, man. We can't wait. Please drop your socials. Let's
so you can find me on Instagram, Wale West. So WALEWEST, Wale West. Instagram, I'm the only one there. So once you click, you follow. And on TikTok, Wale West 9. So WALEWEST 9.
Why 9? Are you a striker? you just score goals.
Inspired by Chelsea.
Okay.
Solomon Kalou.
Okay, Solomon Kalou. All right.
Yes.
Last words of wisdom, Moses.
I'll leave people with an African quote.
Please.
Mm-hmm. A child can play with his mother's breasts, but not his father's testicles.
Play my bars.
After that one, I have nothing to say. Diamond Pomo, this is Inside the Art.